Leviticus chapter 16, the Day of the Atonement. The Lord spoke to Moses after the death of Aaron's two sons, who died after they entered the Lord's presence and burned the wrong kind of fire before him. The Lord said to Moses, "Warn your brother Aaron not to enter the most holy place behind the inner curtain whenever he chooses. If he does, he will die, for the ark's cover, the place of the atonement, is there. And I myself am present in the cloud above the atonement cover." When Aaron entered the sanctuary area, he must follow this instruction fully. He must bring a young goat for a sin offering and a ram for the burnt offering. He must put on his linen tunic and his linen undergarment worn next to his body. He must tie the lined sash around his waist and put the linen turban on his head. These are scarlet garments, so he must bathe himself in water before he put them on. Aaron must take from the community of Israel 2 male goats for a sin offering and a ram for a burnt offering. Aaron will present his own bull as a sin offering to purify himself and his family, making them right with the Lord. Then he must take the 2 male goats and present them to the Lord at the entrance of the tabernacle. He is to cast scarlet lots to determine which goat will be reserved as an offering to the Lord and which will carry the sin of the people to the wilderness of Azal. Aaron will then present as a sin offering the goat chosen by lot for the Lord. The other goat, the scapegoat chosen by Lot to be sent away, will be kept alive, standing before the Lord when it is sent away to Azazel in the wilderness. The people will be purified and made right with the Lord. Aaron will present his own bull as a sin offering to purify himself and his family, making them right with the Lord. After he has slaughtered the bull as a sin offering, he will fill an incense burner with burning coal from the altar that stands before the Lord. Then he will take 2 handfuls of fragrant powdered incense and will carry the burner and the incense behind the inner curtain. There in the Lord's presence he will put the incense on the burnt corn, so that a cloud of incense will rise over the ark, cover the place of atonement, the rest on the ark of covenant. If he follows this instruction, he will not die. Then he must take some of the blood of the bull, dip his finger in it, sprinkle it on the east side of the atonement cover. He must sprinkle blood 7 times with his finger in front of the atonement cover. Then Aaron must slaughter the first goat as a sin offering for the people and carry the blood behind the inner curtain. There he will sprinkle the goat blood over the atonement cover and in front of it, just as he did with the bull blood. Through this process he will purify the most holy place, and he will do the same for the entire tabernacle because of the defining sin and the rebellion of the Israelites. No one else is allowed inside the tabernacle when Aaron entered it for the purification ceremony in the most holy place. No one may enter until he came out again after purified himself, his family, and all the congregation of Israel, making them right with the Lord. Then Aaron will come out to purify the altar that stands before the Lord. He will do this by taking some of the blood from the bull and the goat and put it on each of the horns of the altar. Then he must sprinkle the blood with his finger 7 times over the altar. In this way he will cleanse it from Israel's defilement and make it holy. When Aaron had finished purifying the most holy place and the tabernacle and the altar, he must present the live goat. He will lay both of his hands on the goat's head and confess over it all the weakness, rebellion, and sin of the people of Israel. In this way, he will transfer the people's sin to the head of the goat. Then a man specially chosen for the task will drive the goat into the wilderness. As the goat goes into wilderness, it will carry all the people's sin unto itself into a desolate land. When Aaron goes back into the tabernacle, he must take off the linen garment he was wearing when he entered the most holy place, and he must leave the garment there. Then he must bathe himself with water in a sacred place, put on his regular garment, and go out to sacrifice a burnt offering for himself and a burnt offering for the people. Through this process, he will purify himself and the people, making them right with the Lord. He must then burn all the fat of the sin offering on the altar. The man chosen to drive the scapegoat into the wilderness of Azazel must wash his clothes and bathe himself in water. Then he may return to the camp. The bull and the goat presented as a sin offering, whose blood Aaron took into the most holy place for the purification ceremony, will be carried outside the camp. The animal's hide, internal organ, and the dung are all to be burned. The man who burned them must wash his clothes and bathe himself in water before returning to the camp. On the 10th day of the appointed month in early autumn, you must deny yourself. Neither native-born Israelite nor foreigner living among you may do any kind of work. This is a permanent law for you. On the day offering of purification will be made for you, and you will be purified in the Lord's presence from all your sin. It will be a Sabbath day of complete rest for you, and you must deny yourself. This is a permanent law for you. In future generations, the purification ceremony will be performed by the priest who has been anointed and ordained to serve as a high priest in place of his ancestor Aaron. He will put on the holy linen garment and purify the most holy place and tabernacle, the altar, the priest, and the entire congregation. This is permanent law for you to purify the people of Israel from their sin, making them right with the Lord once each year. Moses followed all this instruction exactly as the Lord had commanded him. Chapter 17, Prohibition against eating blood. Then the Lord said to Moses, give the following instruction to Aaron his son and all the people of Israel. This is what the Lord had commanded. If any native Israel sacrifice a bull or lamb or a goat anywhere inside or outside the camp, instead of bringing it to the entrance of the tabernacle to present it as an offering to the Lord, that people who will be guilty as a murder, such a person has shed blood and will be cut off from the community. The purpose of this rule is to stop the Israelite from sacrificing animal in the open field. It will ensure that they bring the sacrifice to the priest at the entrance of the tabernacle, so he can present them to the Lord as a peace offering. Then the priest will be able to splatter the blood against the Lord's altar at the entrance of the tabernacle, and he will burn the fat as a pleasing aroma to the Lord. The people must no longer be unfaithful to the Lord by offering sacrifice to the gold idol. This is a permanent law for them to be observed from generation to generation. Give them this command as well. If any native Israelite or foreigner living among you offered a burnt offering or a sacrifice but does not bring it to the entrance of the tabernacle to offer it to the Lord, that person will be cut off from the community. And if any native Israelite or foreigner living among you eat or drink blood in any form, I will turn against that person and cut him from the community of your people. For the life of the body is in its blood. I have given you the blood on the altar to purify you, making you right with the Lord. It is the blood given in exchange for a life that makes purification possible. That is why I have said to the people of Israel, you must never eat or drink blood, neither you nor the foreigner living among you. And if any native Israelite or foreigner living among you goes hunting and kills an animal or bird that is approved for eating, He must drain its blood and cover it with earth. The life of every creature is in its blood. That is why I have said to the people of Israel, you must never eat or drink blood, for the life of any creature is in its blood. So whoever consumes blood will be cut off from the community, and if any native-born Israel or foreigner eats the meat of an animal that died naturally or was torn up by a wild animal, they must wash their clothes and bathe themselves in water. They will remain the ceremony unclean until evening, but then they will be clean. But if they do not wash their clothes and bathe themselves, they will be punished for their sin. Okay, so that 2 chapters is continuing. God is the command. Moses and Aaron and the Israel people don't eat blood, and how to be a priest, especially for Aaron, especially after Aaron's 2 sons died in the most holy place, tabernacle. Alright, so that is today's Bible learning. Hope everybody like it. God bless you, everyone. Let's see you tomorrow.